Okay, so we're here in the mining age. We're in iFace. And there you go, we're into our storage. Let's search for yellow. What about these yellow? Yellow dye. That'll be perfect. Request some yellow dye. So look at that. Cool. Hey! How's it going? Welcome back to Quantus on the FTOG server. Down here in the smeltery room, we placed all our liquid using pressure pipes in the last episode. And I've also added a very large lava tank because I had to keep going to get lava, and I thought, well, I've just done all this work on pressure pipes, I might as well automate that too. However, in this episode, we'll finish off the storage system by using a tablet to give us remote access to our items. So, let's get started. Okay, first thing we're going to do is I need to upgrade the computer from a tier 2 to a tier 3 because I need a tier 3 component to go into the machine. And it also means that I'm going to rewrite the code so that we have little terminals all around the place which have the ability to request items. It won't have the transposer support because you do need to have the transposer connected to the storage somehow. But at least you can request things and it'll go into the ender chest. But the first thing I'm going to do is move it from here. I want to craft up a tier 3 case. Just to do that, gives us one of those. I want to craft up a tier 3 CPU as well. I thought I had that piece. What happened to that? Okay, I can make another one of these. Need some more diamond. That's Tech Reborn. Let's not use that because it's not compatible. It's got me a couple of times recently. Open computers like that. Another one of these guys. Right. So, we want to make up a tier 3 CPU, which requires more diamonds. There's a reason why I had all these diamonds lying around. Tier 3 CPU requires a CU. Made all these already. Apparently not. Not too difficult to do though. Let's grab that. I don't know what's all prepared to, but apparently not. And I need a clock. Let's just grab a stack for now. These, one of those, one of these, one of those. One of those. And then hopefully we can make our CPU. Now I'm going for a tier 3 here because it should be faster and it supports more components because we're going to have this connected to other things and it's better to have this available to connect to those. So we'll grab that. Go over here, which is where I've already placed all the cabling in. So you can see I've got a cable here. Move this controller slave over to here, but we'll place that there. Put a network card in there, just tier 2. You can see here we've got 3 components, and they'll come into play in a moment when we get to the next step. We also need to put our CPU in there, so it's nice and grunty. We need our EEPROM as normal. We will need some RAM. And we'll also put down a screen here with a keyboard on it as normal. We don't need anything special. Do we have a graphics card around here somewhere? I thought I made one of those as well. And a network card. Okay, well, let's make a graphics card then. We don't need anything special here, just a tier 1. So one of those. Now the reason why I'm not making anything special is because we actually did it there. Because this is only, it doesn't need to display a lot. You know, we're only got a tier 1 for the screen. Because we're not having the fancy stuff on here. Now the other thing we'll need from in here is we will need to grab this guy, because that's our main OS, everything on it. This is another OS that I've installed, which we're just going to do that. Turn that off, turn it back on. That's a completely fresh install. That should be everything we need. Oh, and we'll need to grab, of course, the 2 of these. So I can put them over to here. Transposer needs to go next to our storage. The hard drive needs to go in the machine. We'll stick the ender chest there. And we need to get the other ender chest as well, which is currently over here, although I might make another one of those. Well, I could do that later. I'll move that down here. And that one will go on top. So then, of course, it can place stuff in there. We should be getting power from the other one, so if we turn this guy on, not enough energy. Okay, I'm going to need another flux point, but of course the system's currently offline. I'm going to have to go find the items manually. Give me a second to make up a flux point, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, alright, so we've now got power. Maybe turn her on. Bring up the very small interface. As you can see, it's still loading up 98 slots. That went a bit quick. Boot 98. Oh, of course, because the storage side is now on the left. Hopefully that's correct. That should be the ender chest for the crafting, and the one on top is up. Yeah, so that's cool. Give it a reboot. That looks better. Cool. Okay, so we've moved it across to here. It should be a lot nicer to have it stored here because it's not sticking out everywhere. But it also gives us the ability to have the interface script on here. Let's just get back up here and have a look. So it boots up. Oh. And if we go ls, there should be nothing there, correct? Cool. We need to grab the interface program. iFace. And I'll just copy this in and jump back. Okay, so there's the code in place. Hopefully we can type iFace now and find it. There we go, that's much better than what I was getting a second ago. So we can go cobble. And it is a little slower to find things now because it's got to send it over the network. But it does come back, so we go cobblestone. We will search for, I don't know, is the request 64? Go into our ender pouch, which, because of course we removed the ender chest, not very useful. And we have 64 cobblestone. Awesome. Let's also look for planks. Let's go, that's a lot of virtual planks, so let's grow 32 of those. Cool, that is awesome. Okay, now the reason of course we've done all that is the next thing we want to make is our tablet, which is going to use the same code, but to make a tablet we're going to make a tier 2. Once again, you've got different tiers. We're going to make a tier 2 because of one of the components we need. We will need to make a component bus. This is one of these guys. And back into here, it should give us everything we need for a tablet. Yes. As normal, we'll throw it in the electronics assembly here. Into there. And of course we've got all the various bits. So we will need at least one network card. Actually no, not a network card. We will need some RAM. We will also need a CPU. A hard drive, an EEPROM, and we have options for cards here. Now, I don't think we need any more than the basic stuff. Hopefully we can charge this off our normal, off the Flux network. So I think that's everything we need there, although we will need some form of communication. So we can do one of two things. We can either use a wireless card, which will work within a certain radius of the base, or we can go along and make one of these linked cards, which are these guys. Looks like we're missing some more diamonds, and I don't think we have any diamonds left. No. Thought I had enough for that, but apparently not. Go into here. Now, as I said, all this code I'll put it down in the description on how to access it. If it's not there, leave me a comment to remind me. I'll look for diamond. I've got 2 diamond chips. Let's just grab a normal diamond though. It's not there anymore. So we'll grab one of those. And we'll grab one of these guys too. Go into here. Stick the diamond in there. Needs to be OpenComputers diamonds because that doesn't work properly. And we were making the microchip for here. Even though I'm sure I've already made enough for that. Apparently I hadn't. We now need to make... No, we're making... I'm going the wrong place. We're making the linked card. There's no point remaking one of those. Let's make a linked card. Yeah, just here. 2 network cards. End eyes. Cool. And you'll get 2 of these back. Now you need to track which 2 are which. Because one will go into one machine. Oops. And the other will go into our device. And they are paired together. So we'll place that into there, which gives us a network. And I'll hit the pile button, keyboard and graphics card. Oh, the keyboard takes a while to make up, so I'm going to show you the next piece and we'll come back. We'll go down to here though, over to this guy. Stick it into here. This is the reason why we need a tier 3, because of course this is a tier 3 card. Stick that there into the code, and now it'll be able to receive and send signals on a thing similar to a modem. But it is unlimited for anywhere in the world. I will need to make up the 2 things I haven't made up, which take a little while, and I will be back in a moment. Actually, let's do this. I've got a keyboard down here I'm not currently using. Take this keyboard. I can always put another one on there. Take that keyboard. I'll make ourselves a graphics card, and I should have enough to make a graphics card. We only need a really... probably a tier 2 actually, I'm thinking about it. Tier 2 graphics card. That's why I need more RAM. That's fine. Keep losing them. Tier 2. Those. Cool. Go back upstairs. And as I said, I'll make the keyboard for that guy again later. It doesn't actually need a keyboard. It just sits there in process in the background. So it's not really essential that we have one. We will stick our keyboard in there. Graphics card in there. And we'll hit the power button. And I'll let this process, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so that's done. Take that out, bring it up, and no boodle. I didn't put the OS on the hard drive. Okay, well that's fine. That is perfectly fine. We can sort that. We can go down here. Head over to here and we will stick... Actually, we'll head over to use this guy. If we take this guy out, maybe. We can stick a charger right next to it. So if we stick a charger there. And of course we might charge it over for the drone. This guy's fully charged, so hopefully we don't need that. We'll stick a disk drive in here. Put that into there, and hopefully... did we stick... Let's stick the tablet in there now. Oh dear, that didn't sound good. Too many components. Okay. Can we take a piece of RAM out? Still too many components. Let's take the network card out. Perfect. That's all we need for now. We go into here though. We should be able to go and see our tablet in the MET folder. Looks like we can. Go install. Because the disk's in there. 99B. Is that the tablet ID? BC. Must be. Okay, well, we'll assume it is. Can't actually see the ID of the in there, but you can access it. So we'll go into here. We will go to install. Yes. Wait for this to finish. No, we don't want to reboot. What we will do though is we'll go into 99B, into home, and we will copy from our home here, our iFace script, stick it in the current directory, and we'll do it later. We now jump down into here again. Good thing is it should be nice and charged, it wasn't before. Take this out. Turn it on and... yes! Boots! Cool. Now of course if I wanted to be really fancy I could just make it so that when we hit the start it up it brings up its own custom BIOS. And then we don't have to wait for it to do all this stuff. But if we go into here, do an ls, cool, iFace is there, we run iFace. And look at that, worked. We can request our cobble again. In fact, what do we currently got on there? Yes, bit of cobble. Let's try, yeah, a bit of cobble. Cobble, another 64 of that. Go into here, and there you go, look at that. So now we've got remote access to our storage. Now, in theory, we can go quite a bit. That was weird. Let's go for a walk and see how far we can go with this guy. Because more further away you are, the more power that it uses. Okay, so we're here in the morning age, and we should be able to boot her up again. Now, to turn it off, all you gotta do is sneak right click and it brings up the screen here. I assume you could put components into here, but it's not. We don't have a component card in here, but it does turn it off. Then bring it back up, and of course it will turn it back on. And of course, if you want, because it takes a bit of power to run, it's probably a good idea to turn it off. Haven't built anything into code to do that yet, but it should still work reasonably well. As long as you remember to turn it off, otherwise you're constantly charging it. We'll run iFace, and there you go, we're into our storage. And it's not taking as much power as I thought. Let's search for yellow. What about these yellow dye? That'll be perfect. Request some yellow dye. And of course it does take quite a bit of power to request things on the network, but hopefully everything works. So look at that, cool. Okay, so that completes the storage network. We've got the ability to autocraft, we've got the ability to request items, and of course we can do it from a long distance. It doesn't matter where we are in the world, as long as we've got the power to do it. Now, as I said, I'm going to provide this code down in the description, hopefully put it up on something like GitHub, because I think I'll use this again. But I'm going to end the episode here. If you've enjoyed the episode or liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel and are interested in programming type Minecraft stuff, hit that subscribe button. Got any questions, comments, suggestions, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, have a great day and see ya!